Good Senators, you'll recall that I vigorously opposed Senate Bill 1042, and I vigorously oppose House Bill 248. There are some minor changes, but the effect is the same. This is the voluntary implementation of the Affordable Care Act. And with all due respect to the good Senator from 32, we are right now, or very soon, to be voting on the Affordable Care Act. And don't take my word on it. Take a look at page 4 of the bill, starting with line 37. Mr. President, may I read from the bill?
You may.
The exchange shall not prohibit a health carrier from participating in the exchange or prohibit a health benefit plan or stand-alone dental plan for being sold in the exchange so long as a health carrier or health benefit plan or stand-alone dental plan meets all requirements of applicable law. The Senators, applicable law is the Affordable Care Act and others that we haven't seen yet. My experience tells me that there's really nothing that I can say right now that is likely to change any minds. My heart tells me that I need to try. I do believe this is the most important issue of my legislative career. Last night I was trying to think of what I was going to say to you today, and I've been struggling to find that message because I really don't want to offend anyone. At the same time, I want to be truthful, but my heart, my mind, and my soul believes this is the wrong thing for Idaho. I continue to hear from majority party colleagues that they don't like Obamacare. Yet, Senate Bill 1042 passed the Senate relatively easily. And this bill, House Bill 248, has passed the body across the rotunda pretty easily. Factors that otherwise we would hold in this chamber as sacred, we have now, in my view, rationalized to insignificance. Things like understanding the costs. Mr. President, good Senators, we don't know what the costs are for this. The more I look into the background, the more varied those numbers become. I've heard anywhere and seen data anywhere from $20 million to $70 million. We don't know the cost. We don't know the cost per policy, and there's no guidelines, there's no boundaries in this legislation that would limit that. It might be $4, it might be $54. We don't know. But those costs have been rationalized to insignificance. In terms of understanding the language and the language that impacts this bill, I got the same memo you did approximately 2 weeks ago tomorrow. Health and Human Services released an incremental 700 pages of rules that is also, by the way, applicable law to 248. I haven't read those. I doubt if anyone else here has read those. I don't know what it will force us to do once we pass this. But we have rationalized that into insignificance. The rule review, the oversight piece, that still has not been rectified. Other legislation, we viciously guard that right of rule review. But in this case, we're rationalizing that to insignificance. The privacy concerns, what the government will do with the data that it collects on you and on me and on our constituents, those privacy concerns have been rationalized to insignificance. The legal ramifications that come with being a voluntary, and I underscore the word voluntary because that's what we're doing by passing this bill, being voluntary. Those legal ramifications of that voluntary implementation and what we forfeit by voluntarily doing this, we're rationalizing that to insignificance. However, the most stunning and the most personal to me is the religious liberty and the life provisions, or absence thereof, in this bill or applicable law. We are rationalizing that to insignificance. Good senators, you may recall that we were assured there'd be a trailer bill that would address that. Mr. President, good senators, there is no trailer bill. Now, the session's not over, but it's going to be in a week or so, and there's no trailer bill. You may recall that we were told we have a seat at the table for things like this and other important things to address. Since the passage of 1042, we're now being told we've done the best we can. We've got to play the cards that we're dealt. I repeat, the most stunning rationalization to insignificance to me is the religious liberty and life provisions. That issue alone, for me, takes priority over an exchange, compliance with the federal government versus not. That cost is too high. This has been an amazing process. I've never seen anything like it in the 9 years that I've been here. The drive to this exchange has taken on an intoxicating effect like I've never seen before. We are rationalizing things to insignificance that we would never even consider under other circumstances. But there's hope, and I want to change the tenor of my debate by communicating a sincere hope. And that hope, Mr. President, good senators, is in you. You are good people. You are people of ethics. You are people of character. And together, we'll act. When this system implodes due to the admin burden, and when the costs explode, we will together reconsider this. When the federal government continues to prove that they're not flexible and that there really is no table, we will reconsider our actions. As the costs rise higher than projected, we will seek to hold those accountable. When our constituents cry out that their privacy concerns have been violated, we will try to insulate them. As other states make legal progress, we will try to unhook from this. And when that happens, in my heart and my mind, I believe it will, I will stand with you. This body has good ethics and good character. And together we will fight against the ramifications of the passage of this bill. A wise man once said that ethics are not governed by rules, but by heart. Ethics are not governed by statute, but by character. It's a matter of principle. The answer has always been and continues to lie with the free market, not regulated activity, with self-sufficiency, not government control. And this will sound familiar to you, Mr. President, good senators, but I'm just one little state senator in one little state trying to do anything I can to keep the strings from the federal puppeteer from being attached to my body and the body of those I serve. There is no rush. We have nothing to gain. We have much to lose, as Senator Volz knows.